Hi there. Today is January 11th, and wow, this has been one of the hardest days I've ever had. I'm making this video because I was talking yesterday about how important it is to find peace and joy no matter what we're going through. And interestingly enough, I was thinking a lot about what do I want for my future? Like, what do I want my business to be? How do I want my life to be? And I've always been the person who set goals and thought about, this is what I want, and this is the kind of relationship I want, and this is the business that I want. And yesterday, when I was sitting and reflecting on what I want, what actually came up to me is what I really, really want is no matter what happens in life, to be able to feel joy in my heart and find peace in my mind. That's what I want. That is what I really, really want. And interestingly enough, I woke up today to a royal fucking shit show going on in my life. And like I said, it was probably one of the hardest days I've ever had. It just felt like a lot of old trauma was being triggered, but a lot of old trauma that I have created in people's lives was triggered, and I was told everything that had angered people about me. And it's never easy to hear everything that you did wrong. But when we have the tools to feel our emotions and listen to our thoughts, we can really get through anything. And interestingly enough, somebody told me tonight that my business ideas are all that really what my business is should be are little hobbies, but I need to get a real job like everybody else. And so I was told what other people think about me today. And what I did was really dig deep and put my hand on my heart and find that space of truth and listen to my higher power. I have a beautiful, beautiful friend who's actually my business partner. And what we did tonight after the hardest day that I've probably ever had was sit down and talk it through. And we did the work that I am here to share with others, which is speaking out openly and honestly what is bothering us. And I cried and I spoke it out and I saw the truth in what these people had told me about the things that I had done wrong. And I'm sharing this because I have fucked up royally. I have fucked up a lot through the years and I've hurt people. And tonight was time for me to face the music, even though I knew that I hurt them and I've apologized. But I guess we've never really spoken about it. I was never good at speaking about what hurt me. I was never good at speaking and listening to other people tell me that I hurt them. I've never been good at that. I've never been good at conflict. I've never been good at facing my problems. And tonight I spoke up for myself, not in an angry way. It wasn't about fighting. It was about speaking my truth. And so, like I said, after having these really difficult conversations, I spoke to my beautiful friend and we did the work that I'm here to do with you and that I'm here to spread as far and as wide as I can. And it's speak openly and honestly. Speak openly and honestly to the people that have hurt you. Speak openly and honestly to the people that you've hurt. And and the only way we're ever going to make it right is by speaking it out first, by facing it. You never get through your problems without facing them. We run from them. And I've been a good runner. I've been a really good runner my whole life. And I didn't choose to face these issues today. That would not have been my choice, waking up in the morning, let everybody beat the fucking shit out of me emotionally and mentally. But you know what? These people were hurt by me. And it needed to happen. It needed to happen because I needed to free myself from, I needed to forgive myself for these things. And maybe at some point they will forgive me too. It's easy to play the blame game. And I've played the blame game for many years. And actually, one of the people today told me that I kept playing the victim, and I guess I didn't see it until just now, that I have played the victim. And now it's time to be the victor. Now is time to be the warrior. Now is the time to move forward in life, even though I have been told that I will never make it, that my ideas are silly, and that I need to, whatever, it doesn't matter. But it's like, you know how we can feed our doubts and we can feed other people's doubts, or we can use it to fucking fuel our fire? Well, this was tonight's conversations. They could have definitely put out my fire. But because I've done this for so long, and I have gone through many fucking cancers, I have gone through motherfucking storms, and for someone to tell me that my business should be a hobby and that I need to get a real fucking job, well, you know what? I get to prove that fucking person wrong. And not in a fuck you kind of way, because I'm actually trying to build a relationship with this person. I'm trying to forgive this person for things that they've done to me. They get to choose if they forgive me for what I've done to them. But there's no fucking way anybody on the planet is going to tell me that I can't do something great with my life, because I am. And I will. And so I'm here to share this with you, because we are not talking about our struggles enough. We're all fucking walking around with trauma and pain and wounds, and we all think there's something wrong with us. We all think that we had the worst childhoods ever. We all think it. We all remember the worst times, and our kids remember the worst times. And if we start talking about this, saying, fuck, it's hard to be a parent. It's hard to be a child. It is hard to live in this world. But what we get to do is to learn how to feel our emotions, and learn how to watch our thoughts, and learn how to have conversations that are difficult, that fucking hurt. We need to let the hurt out so the love can flow in, but we're all walking around hanging on to it because we're scared to hurt someone else's feelings. Well, these people today told me exactly what they needed to tell me about how they saw me. And you know what? I'm actually grateful for it. It hurt as like a motherfucker. But you know what? They got it out of their systems. And so I actually appreciate that for them. And I feel like we need to have more open, honest conversations. We need to stop being scared to hurt other people's feelings, because the truth never comes out without conflict. I mean, there's a healthy way to have conflict, but it still hurts. There's no way to have open, honest conversations without it hurting. So place your hand on your heart. Feel the pain that shows up and get to the other side of it, where you find peace in your mind, joy in your heart. And do that every day. Do that when it's tough. Do it when it's great. And really openly and honestly speak it out.